Have you ever had someone around you who, for some reason, you never see them applying for opportunities, but it seems as though opportunities flock to them? Like one minute you're hearing them talking about, oh, this person called me, I was headhunted for this, and this other person reached out to me for this opportunity, and you're always wondering, like, how do they get it? When do they apply? When do they even know about these opportunities? The simple truth is that for some people, they will never ever get to apply for opportunities. Why? Because there are people who know them, who know their capabilities, who know what they're good at, and these people mention their names in rooms that they themselves don't even know how to exist. So at this time, we're going to be talking about how you can position yourself. Yep, how you can position yourself by building a personal brand that will get people talking about you, that will get people to mention your name in rooms that you don't even know exist. Hey guys, Anita Stick here, and welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk about everything faith, personal development, fashion, lifestyle, and every little thing in between. So today I wanted us to talk about something very interesting, which is how to build a personal brand for 2025. I know a lot of us have like a list of things we want to do. We have so many things lined up, like, oh, that many of us want to get employment, we want to get promotions at our job sites, we want to get other opportunities. I mean, have you ever had someone around you who, for some reason, you never see them applying for opportunities, but it seems as though opportunities flock to them? Like one minute you're hearing them talking about, oh, this person called me, I was headhunted for this, and this other person reached out to me for this opportunity, and you're always wondering, like, how do they get it? When do they apply? When do they even know about these opportunities? The simple truth is that for some people, they will never ever get to apply for opportunities. Why? Because there are people who know them, who know their capabilities, who know what they're good at, and these people mention their names in rooms that they themselves don't even know how to exist. So at this time, today we're going to be talking about how you can position yourself. Yep, how you can position yourself by building a personal brand that will get people talking about you, that will get people to mention your name in rooms that you don't even know. So what is a personal brand, and what's the concept of personal branding all about? So if I mention brands like MTN, a lot of us will know what I'm talking about. If I mention MTN, you will say, oh, Sports Network. If I mention NAO, you will say Blackouts. Like, for every brand, there is a story that accompanies every brand. If I say maybe Nestle, you think about, first thing that'll come to your head is milk. If I say maybe Colgate, you think about shiny, sparkling smiles. All these are brands that have positioned themselves in a particular way. And so we are going to see how we're going to be talking about the concept of personal branding. So what's the concept of personal branding? It's simply a process where you market yourself and your career as a brand. Like, you don't just take yourself like a normal human being, but you market yourself, you position yourself, especially your career, as a brand. You get to it simply means defining the way you want people to perceive you when you're not in the room. So what do people say about you professionally when you're not in the room? What do they talk about? What do they say? What do they say you stand for? How do others perceive you? That's the concept of, that's what personal branding is all about. And some few reasons why you need a personal brand. You need to work on your personal brand because your personal brand can set you apart in your career. It can make you to stand out. It can make you to be this person that people always look up to for solutions. If you brand yourself, if you have a strong personal brand, it can turn to make people to look at you as a solutions provider and not a problematic person, and not a problem giver. Your personal brand can establish you as an expert in your industry. So it depends, what industry are you in? Are you in the field of medicine? Are you in the field of education? Are you in business? Are you in the media? Are you in the arts and entertainment? How do people perceive you? What do people say about you? Are you a thought leader in your industry? That's where your personal brand comes in. So your personal brand simply encompasses all your gifts, your talents, your skills. Your personal brand simply refers to what comes to people's minds when they think about you. If somebody mentions your name in the room, what's the first thing that would jump into their heads? What's the first thing that people would think about you? Ask yourself this question. If they have to mention in my name, let's say, in a room today in the US, what people say about me? Would they say positive things or would they say degrading things? Would people be quick to offer me opportunities? Or would they be that one? Nah. Share tips on how to build your personal brand. First, you need to sit down and do this exercise for yourself. What do you want to be known for? Sit down with pen and paper and write down what are your core values. What are the 3 words that best describe the way you want others to perceive you professionally? So do you want people to see you as a professional who's hardworking, who's time conscious, and who's dedicated to their craft? How do you want people to perceive you professionally? Take your time and write down these answers. Because why do you need to know your core values? Your core values, I always say in life, your core values determine who you are, they determine the opportunities that you take, they determine the kind of things that you do. From your core values, I can know the kind of person that you are. Are you someone who has loose morals, or are you someone who is focused, dedicated, and has something to live for? So what are your core values? What do you want to be known for? Take time, ask yourself, what do I want to be known for in my industry? Do I want to be known as a creative? Do I want to be known as this or that? What do I want to be known for? Secondly, when you've described how you want to be known for, we move to the second tip, which is what's your unique value proposition? You know the question, what do you bring to the table? Yep, I'm going to ask you that question. What do you bring to the table professionally? Why should somebody select you for an opportunity over another person? What makes you so special that I should give this opportunity to you? That's what your unique value proposition is. So you need to identify what's your unique value proposition. What are your selling points professionally? Is it that you're good at your craft and you can deliver in less time? What is it? What is that thing? What are the things that make you stand out professionally? What are the things that will convince someone? Like if you meet someone and if you go to a networking event and they tell you have 5 minutes to introduce yourself and make an impression. What are the unique value? What's the way you position yourself to capture your audience, to capture the other person listening to you, to capture their attention? That's your unique value proposition. So to identify your unique value proposition, ask yourself these questions. What specific skills do I bring to the table? What problems can I solve for others? What passions drive my career? So the way there's this saying that entrepreneurs look for solutions to the common problems. So look around you, what are the problems you can solve for people? Are you an events planner? Ask yourself, what are the problems I can solve for the people in my community? There are people who love having events, but when it comes to planning, they know zit, they know nada. So you can come here and tell them, okay, I know where you can get this, I get that, get that. So for instance, my unique value proposition, I discovered that one skill I have is being a connector. I don't know how it came about, but I saw all of a sudden, I realized in my personal life that majority of the time when people are looking for sauce to sauce anything, somebody will get to me, oh, do you know where I can get somebody to do barbecue for me? Oh, I hear you're into small chops, and I'm not into small chops, but because people kept on reaching out to me to connect them to vendors who do small chops, I started dabbing into that business. Someone gets to me, oh, I have an event for this. Can you supply me with this? I'll be like, no worries. Because I know 1, 2, 3 vendors that I can call. When it comes to event planning, sometimes people get to me like, do you know where I can get this? I can tell you for a fact that there are certain things that if you check in the whole of Buya, you will not get. But maybe if you go to Nimbe, I have a contact of someone who can supply you with that. So I realized that I was a connector. A friend will get to me and say, oh, do you have a plug for Janga? I was like, Janga crayfish. Make it make sense. Why would you assume that I'll have a plug for Janga? But no, I remember that somebody on my status kept on posting. She does, she's into food processing. She helps you process your food, veggies, frozen veggies, dried snails, and stuff like that. So I just got to her, I was like, hey, can you supply this quantity of Janga? She was like, yeah, sure. When does the person need it? And I just said, okay, you know what, let me connect you two together so we can discuss the business. So I realized that I am a connector. So sometimes when I position myself, when people, I'm like, you know what, if I'm joining your team as this is what I'm bringing to the table. I'm bringing my expertise. I'm bringing my people skills. I'm bringing my know-how. So what's your unique value proposition? What are those skills that you're bringing to the table professionally? If you get to an interview and they ask you that, what are you bringing to the table? Don't shy away from the question. Don't shy away. Don't be, how dare you ask me that? I'm bringing myself. Nah, sell yourself. The person just wants you to sell yourself. Tip number 3 is develop your online presence. So you've identified your core skills, you've identified your unique value proposition, and you've written it out clearly. Now you need to develop an online presence. The good news is the internet has made the world a global village. So I can sit here and maybe you're in Australia listening to me and you're getting value. You can be in the US and you're giving value to somebody who's in Hungary. So now distance is no longer a barrier. We no longer have to sit and wait X amount of days for your mail that you wrote to reach the next person in the next village. Now, thanks to the internet, in seconds you can get to anybody anywhere. So your online presence is important. Sometimes, let me ask this question. I mean, ladies who are listening to me, have you ever had like somebody gets into your DM and the first thing you do, or a friend tells you, oh, there's this guy that I'm talking with and he's looking like a prospect, looking like a potential. You're like, you know what? FBI mode, you just go to Instagram. What is Instagram name? You start searching. You go to his Facebook, start searching. Sometimes if you go even to LinkedIn to search, you go if he's on TikTok. Like you just want to get every single information you want to get concerning that person. What are you doing? You're using the person's online presence to do research. So professionally too, a lot of times before people come to you to give you opportunities, they go online and say, who is this person? Before we do business with this person, let's just see, what are the kind of things to talk about online? What are they always on better things? Are they always on these blogs, arguing left, right, center? Who is this person? And your online presence is going to tell a lot about who you are. Your online presence is the first contact people have with you, sometimes even before they even get to talk with you. So Bill, if you want to be seen as a thought leader, if you want to be seen, if you want to be seen and known for a particular thing, then you need to make use of the tools around you, which is one, your online presence. So you can build an online presence. A great tool for professionals right now is LinkedIn. I mean, if you're a professional and you're intending to make waves, make maximum use of LinkedIn. I mean, LinkedIn, let me use this term, LinkedIn is the Facebook for professionals. It's the place where you get to know who is who, what they are doing professionally. So go out there, put yourself out there, and opportunities will get to you. So to optimize your LinkedIn profiles, if you can't do it yourself, there are people out there who are good at optimizing LinkedIn profiles, same as creating CVs and cover letters. You can always reach out to them. Or you can do it yourself. You need a good headshot, a professional headshot. I know you've been taking photo shoots for your birthday. That will not cut it. Invest in your image, invest in your how. If you want to be seen as serious, get a good suit or get a good outfit, get good makeup, hairstyle. I mean, look good, shave, go to a professional and get a professional headshot and put it up there. First thing when somebody says, "There's somebody serious," but if you take a picture of you in a bikini somewhere on a yacht, come on, I will just look at you and be like, okay, it's your professional hookup because what is this? So get a professional headshot as your profile picture. Have a compelling headline, a headline that says who you are and what you do, and have an engaging summary, and always update your experience. So you went through a professional course, put it up there. You did maybe a 6-month contract somewhere, put it up there. You did maybe 3 months, maybe as a project lead, put those experiences there. You never know who is watching. You never know who is looking for something that you have. And when you put it up there, someone just has to come and like reach into your team and say, hey, I saw that you do this. So we have this opportunity and we're looking for someone to come on board. I don't know. Is this the kind of opportunity you're looking for? If it is, can you come in? Can we schedule a call or a meeting so that we can talk face to face about this opportunity? A rule of thumb when it comes to the internet is be careful about what you put out there. Please, it's not everything you put out. So be careful about what you put out because the internet never forgets. And avoid controversial topics. It's not everything that you must talk about. Some people have lost visas because of what they have put out there, what they say online. So be careful about what you put out there. Avoid revealing pictures. And before you put yourself out there, before you put up any content, ask yourself, anybody saying this, would they be comfortable being associated with me with this content? One thing I do personally in my personal life is sometimes before I put up posts, I see a lot of memes that I relate with and I want to laugh. I just want to put it out there, but I'm like, okay, if I'm putting this out there, it's communicating something about me. It's communicating something about my mindset. It's communicating something about my beliefs. So if this thing doesn't align with my beliefs, doesn't align with my values, and I'm putting it out there, I'm sending a confusing message about who I am. And I don't want people to be confused about who I am. So sometimes I don't put certain things out. So you, take a minute, go through your social media profiles, your online presence, and ask yourself, this thing that I'm putting out there, does it make sense? Or does it not make sense? While you're putting yourself out there, another thing you can do is You can create a personal website for yourself. You have not only businesses with websites, even you can create a personal website for yourself. You can create a blog for yourself. A lot of people, I think there are platforms like Medium that you can use for blogging. You can even use Canva to create a personal website for yourself. If you don't want to go through the brouhaha of doing something too detailed, you can just have a Canva, create something on Canva, put out the link, so each time people click the link, they go to your personal website. I think I've done that on my personal IG. I don't know if it's still active or I took it down. So the fourth, I think that was tip number 3, right? I think the fourth tip now is for you to share your expertise. So you've created your core values. You know who you are. You've clearly defined your unique value proposition, how you want to be seen, what you're selling, the skills that you're selling, and then you've created an online presence. The next thing now is to share your expertise. Do you want to be known as a thought leader in your industry? You need to share your knowledge. You need to share your experience. What do you know? Why should we listen to you? Why should we pay attention to you? That's where your knowledge comes in. So to establish yourself as a thought leader, it's important for you to share your knowledge, share your experience. Put out articles. You can put out articles on your Facebook profile, Instagram posts. You can do blog posts. You can even get into just put out content that's relevant to your industry. So let's say you're a young professional and you're getting into the media space, and you're trying. You can put up a blog and start creating content around helping other young ladies and gentlemen who are getting into the media space. Like, okay, what are the things you need to take note of? What are some of the outfits you need? What are some of the ways you can brand yourself to get certain gigs and things like that? You can start putting out content and people will be interested in listening to you. So for instance, on Facebook, I have a couple of people that I follow because of their content. There's January Joybird. He used to be active on Facebook, but I think from last year he's more active on LinkedIn and YouTube. So each time I want anything professional, business, I go to his platforms because I know I'll get knowledge. I've even done some of his courses. If I want to know anything that deals with my mental health, I go down to Stella Ayabi's Facebook page because I know that, okay, I'll get information concerning mental health because she's a mental health therapist, and every single day she puts out content. Sometimes even on her WhatsApp status, she puts things. She does this thing that she puts journal prompts. So she puts journal prompts in the morning, journal prompts in the evening. So sometimes when I'm journaling, because I'm one of those Dear Diary kind of girls, so sometimes when I'm journaling and I'm stuck, I'll just go, I'm like, okay, what prompt did she put up? I'll be like, share this. I'll be like, okay, I'll take that and I work on it. So you see now that because I've been and then if somebody comes to me and like, oh, I'm looking for this, I can easily point to them and say, okay, I know this person because this person has been putting out related content relating to that thing that they have been doing. So share your expertise, share your experiences. If you attend a conference or an industry event, put it out there, share it. You can decide to do your content can be in written form, or you can do video content, whatever rocks your boat. Now, this is me doing a YouTube channel. This is a form of me sharing my expertise because I'm working towards something. So I'm branding myself in a certain way and I'm putting out content so at any time somebody comes on my content, they can see what I'm doing and they can understand that, okay, if we need to do this, this is the person we should reach out to. She's professional enough to handle this. So put out content, don't be shy. You don't need to go and create a TikTok account to be shaking your bum bum. We don't need that. If you're a medical doctor, give us tips. Give us tips how we can take care of our health, how we can identify how we can identify the symptoms that we are having and be able to identify the problems that we are having. If let's say you're a nutritionist, put out content, tell us what should we be eating right now. I mean, everybody knows our Proco doctor. If you did not know him, you know him now because he's always putting out content related to health. He will come, Kechi, stop eating bread, or Kechi, do sports. What's he doing? He's a medical doctor and he's sharing his expertise with you. So wait, I don't understand. Why are you not sharing your expertise? What's holding you back? Is it the matter of a good phone? Nowadays, it's not a matter of good phone. It's not a matter of setup. Anywhere, even walking on the streets, share the content. Trust me, there are people who are interested in listening to what you have. There's this lady I follow on Instagram who teaches people how to walk with high heels. Walking with high heels for me is something that comes naturally because I started wearing heels at a very young age. So I'm quite confident and comfortable walking heels. But it will amaze you to know that there are a lot of ladies who don't know how to walk on heels. So they always go and they pay for her courses to attend, for her to teach them how to walk on heels, for her to teach them when you're buying heels, what kind of heels should you buy. It will amaze you the things that people go online looking for. So you see that knowledge you have, that you're thinking that nobody cares. Think again. There's somebody somewhere who cares. So put it out there. If you don't have energy for YouTube, you can do TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever rocks your boat. Use it. Also, when it comes to sharing your expertise, take advantage of public speaking opportunities. For instance, in your church, They need somebody to read lessons. Volunteer. They need, maybe it's a youth camp something, and they need somebody volunteer and come and share your expertise. As you're sharing your expertise, maybe if you want to be a public speaker, or you want to be a coach or something, share your expertise there. Take the videos, take the pictures, and you can put it up and say, oh, I'm doing this. And someone will be like, oh, she's doing this. Okay, we can hire her for this. That's you creating content, that's you building your brand, and you're giving people something that they can look out to. For instance, I most of my public speaking skills were built in church. Most of my project management skills were built in church. I remember sometime, was it 2013, 2014? I mean, 2015-ish, around that period. I was one of the, I think I was the team lead for the team that was organizing the youth camp for that year. And on my CV, I put it there. I did project management. I was a team lead. I was sourcing for this, sourcing for that, liaising with this and that. It's experience, and people need it. So take advantage of some of these opportunities to the best of your, just take advantage of the opportunities around you. Share your expertise. Somebody is interested in knowing what you have. Next tip, or tip number 5, is build your network. For you to be mentioned for opportunities in rooms that you don't know that they exist, you need somebody to know you. So build your network. I remember I attended this event some years back, and I hate this statement. They said you're 5 persons away from the person you want to meet. So for instance, I may be 5 persons away from the Dangote. So I need to come into a network and look for somebody who can connect me to somebody who is within Dangote's network. And before I want to realize, I'm into his network. So you need to build your relationships. Relationships can lead you to so many opportunities. Your relationships, the people you know, can mention your name in rooms, like for collaborations, that you don't even know exist. But now, when you're networking, I'm not saying you should go and be a greedy, needy person. Don't be somebody who is just there to take advantage of people. Be someone who's a value-adding somebody. Don't be a leech. Nobody likes leeches. Nobody likes people who are there to take advantage of others. Don't be a leech. Listen to me. I didn't say you can leech on people. I said be a value-adding person. So the next time you go for a networking event and somebody is speaking, try to identify how you can help them. Yeah, simple. And human beings, you give. The next time, I want to reciprocate that act of goodness that you've done for me. So don't be a leech. See how you can add value to people. So you attend seminars, attend trainings, attend workshops, conferences. If there are things within your area, attend them. Don't sit and say, oh, it's only for this kind of people. No. If you can afford it, attend those events. Attend those industry events. Also, you can be part of your professional networks. Maybe people have an alumni group. You have a professional network. Maybe there's a professional network for human resource professionals. Be part of it. Whatever industry you find yourself, if there's a professional network for it, find yourself there, because sometimes the opportunities are shared within that milieu, and sometimes somebody might know of an opportunity and connect you to it if they can't handle it. So build your network. And tip number 6 is be authentic. While you're building your network, while you're sharing your expertise, while you're putting yourself out there, be authentic. Nobody likes fraudulent people. Nobody likes fake, and people can spot fakeness a mile away. So don't be fake. Don't come and give lies. Don't come and tell lies. Nobody likes people who tell lies. Be authentic, be you, but be careful when you're sharing. Yes, in being vulnerable, know how you're sharing. For instance, I know a certain lady, a couple of people who share online about this and that, but the funny thing is that they share a lot, and you realize that they've not shared anything about their personal life. You don't know who their spouse looks like. You don't know who their children look like. Sometimes if you don't even know where they went for vacation, she just go, oh, this happened, this happened, and you're like, oh. Sometimes you feel like you know them, but you don't really know them. So share, be authentic, but keep some things private. Not everything needs to be out there. We don't need to know the last time you had sex. Nobody needs that information. Keep it private. Tip number 7 is be patient and resilient, because building a brand is not a one-day event. It is a process. It takes time. It takes time for you to build a personal brand, and you may not see immediate results, and you may even face challenges along the way. But please stay focused, be persistent, stay resilient on what you're doing, and always remember that your actions and decisions should align with your values, because your decisions have consequences. And if it doesn't align with your values, it's already communicating the kind of person you are. So when we say be authentic, you cannot say, I believe in this, and then your actions are saying something else completely from your values. You can say, I'm a born-again, tongue-speaking Christian, and you're a promiscuous somebody. It doesn't tie with your values. It's already telling me that, okay, this person says one thing, and she doesn't mean what she says. So I'm already having red flags around you, and I'm already beginning to think, like, if I trust them on my project, will they handle it, or will they mess it up? Or are they lying that they can handle it? So there are things like that. Tip number 8 is Set realistic short-term goals, short-term and long-term goals. Be clear, be objective. Smart goals. Okay, maybe quarter one, I want to do this. Go ahead and do it. Quarter two, this is my target for quarter two. Set a clear objective. And then as you're doing that, you realize that you're bit by bit, you're putting building blocks for yourself. And finally, which I can say is like the bonus tip, is invest in your personal development. Yep, you heard me. If you need to take courses, nowadays we have places like Coursera, Allison, that give you Udemy, Kaya, like the list is endless, that give you free courses. Some of the courses may be paid. If you need a paid course, go ahead and get it. If not, even Google, there are Google certifications, there are yearly certifications, whatever you need, invest in yourself. Because for me to trust you, you need to prove that you have the expertise to handle what you want me to trust you with. And knowledge changes every day. They say the only constant thing is change. So every single day, knowledge is evolving. So you cannot come with the knowledge of 2002. We are 2025. How many years ago is that? Knowledge has so you need to invest in yourself. You need to develop yourself. You need to grow for me to trust you. So if you've listened right up to this point, tell me, what tip spoke to you? What is the tip that you've been practicing? Tell me in the comment section. What is the tip that you've been practicing? Or what is the one new thing you learned today on how to build your personal brand? I would really like to know. And if you have any tips, other tips that we didn't mention here, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. I'm interested in learning. I'm interested in learning how I can improve my personal brand. I'm interested in learning how I can improve myself, how I can position myself for certain opportunities. So you too, what are some of the tips that you think that we should have mentioned that we failed to mention? We're in a learning space here, so feel free to share it in the comment section. Thank you for listening, and you know what to do, right? To help our channel grow, to help this family group, please help us share this video with the people in your network. I know that you have people around you who are trying to build their personal brand. Please share this with them. Maybe the people who are rebranding, still share it with them. There may be tips that they need from here. Share our content, like this content, because when you like, it tells the algorithm that this is something good and you like more of it. And if you know that this is something good, why do you want to keep it for yourself? Please like, share, and finally subscribe. We really need to grow. We want to grow. If you can take us to 500 subscribers, we will be grateful. Love you.